And this time we have a new task today for me and all of the shop dogs. What we're going to do today is this. Well, I lost the original footage, so I'll reshoot this. The plan today is to mount this glove box. This is a piece from Shell Valley Cobra, Shell Valley Motors. They create Cobra kits and a number of other things. Basically, it's a fiberglass glove box. It'll go in there. What I started with is a 2 feet length of slotted flat. Now this is the remainders of it right here, but this was 2 feet in length. I cut it in pieces and hammered and bent the pieces to where we could have some internal bracketry right here, drilling holes here and here, and using my favorite 1/4 inch button head screws to mount it. Okay, about 20 minutes later, a little bit of bending and hammering and cutting, and it seems like my plan has worked quite well. It's sturdy, not going anywhere. It'll do what I need it to do, and it actually looks kind of neat with the screws in there. I'm about to pull it back out. I'm gonna brush that off, and I'm gonna paint the inside and the outside of this a flat black so it'll blend in. First, to get the paint to adhere to this, you cannot apply it to the gloss finish of this. So what I've done here is I've gone in there with a piece of 180 grit sandpaper and just scuffed up the inside of it. I'll blow this out, paint the bottom side first, then the top side, and mount it back in. Now, in order to accomplish the painting, very simple, no need to get too fancy. I just got some Rust-Oleum Ultra Matte Black. So let's get to busy. Paint that on the outside and the inside and mount it back in and see how it looks. Now, of course, always when you're painting stuff, be sure and do it in a well-ventilated room. We have much ventilation in here. You can't really see on the screen, but my dogs are protected and so am I, so no worries about that. Outside is painted. Of course, it's a little bit glossy now. That will flatten out as it dries. As soon as that dries, we'll flip it over, paint the inside. And a few moments later, turn it over, and we have a coat down on the inside. Now we're going to let this dry. I'm going to hang out with the dogs for a while. Even the T-Rex over there, who got in trouble. Yes, he was biting while I was running around and playing with him. Puppies will be puppies. But anyway, let's let this dry. Once it's dried off real nice and neat, we'll stab it back into the car, see how it looks. One thing I am going to do also is I'm eventually going to get some foam to go around the edges of this to seal it next to the dash, but I won't do that until I actually get the dash mounted permanently, which is when I get my longer button head screws in. So as soon as those come in, we'll mount it up permanently, and I'll foam this off to seal it off. By the way, in the interim, I would like you guys to meet Juno. This is a little dog that was, unfortunately, I think somebody dumped her in the woods close to our house. She is going to be a new member of the family. We have her quarantined from the other dogs right quick until we can get her to a vet to get her bathed, get the ticks and stuff off of her she acquired while she was in the woods, and also get her shots and get her spayed. But she is a sweetheart. She is very, 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 very nice dog. Sweet as she can be. My brother-in-law next door has decided to adopt her, and we've named her Juno. So everybody say hello to Juno. Okay, a couple hours later to let the paint dry nice and dry. The color actually matches the glove box really, or the glove box matches the vinyl on the dashboard really well. This is the mount. You can see it's actually extremely sturdy. And popping open the glove box door, I think that's going to be a nice fit. Of course, I can come in here and I'm going to use foam to cover up these edges and get that all nice and sealed tightly. I think it'll work. Overall, I'm quite satisfied with this. And I think it's going to make a nice addition. Now you're understanding the rhyme and reason behind moving the heater over, which caused the problems with my actual gauges. Because as you can see, with this brace here, there's absolutely no room to put the heater anywhere else. And I did definitely want the glove box because that is part of the Street Cobra look. One other thing very quickly, I wanted to test fit that. There is the VW style turn signal arm. Of course, I've got to drill some holes to route the wires, but it still fits even with the spacing done to the actual dash to allow for the gauges. So that's going to look real nice too. So what's next? Well, in a few days, as soon as my screws get here and I'll be able to permanently mount the dash, I'm going to be sure and pull the dash back out, wire up the gauges, finish up the wiring under the dash, then mount the dash back in for good. Now, one thing I'm probably going to have to do, it is a very, very tight fit under the cowl of the car. So since I did space it out just a little bit, I'll probably have to come in here and trim that back just a little bit so it doesn't hook into my dashboard. I won't know 100% how much I'm going to have to put in there until I actually get the body set back down on it and take some measurements, but we'll get there. I'm going to do it for this video. Again, like and subscribe if you like the content. We'll have some more Cobra content coming up really well, and eventually I'm going to get on the wiring again on the 32 Ford and see if we can get it closer to running as well. We're very close to first start on both of these cars, a lot closer than we were. So be sure and stay tuned, hit like and subscribe as I said. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time. Thanks.